We left off yesterday at the Posuk in Kedoshim, Perkutes Posuk Dalid. Al Tifnu El Halilim. You should not turn to the idols. So Rashi had cited the Torah's Kahanim that Elilim, Elilim, what does it mean? Idol. It comes from the word Al. Loshan Al, Halo, Kalohu Choshuv. It's worthless. Elilim, the idol, is worthless, meaning what it represents, meaning it's baseless. Then it says, Velohei Ma'aseicha Lo Sasulchem. Molten images, meaning this is the actual idol itself, you should not make for yourselves. So Rashi says, Chilosan Elilim Heim. Initially, they mean nothing. You know, a person goes, people, a tour, you go to Italy, tour Italy. People go to the Jews, they go to Rome. You're able to go to St. Peter's, the Vatican. You want to go see the architecture. You want to see whatever you want to see there. At that point, it means nothing to you. But the moment you're drawn into that curiosity, you're in violation. You're not permitted. Firstly, the halacha is you're not permitted to benefit from something which is idolatrous. So something which represents idolatry, to have pleasure of the architecture, the paintings, the this and that, in terms of what it is, you're not permitted. As a Jew, you're not permitted. But besides that, it's a lilim. It starts with an interest, with a curiosity, but it means nothing. But you never know where you end up with it. Then it says, so Rashi says, you can't be a manufacturer of idols for others, and others cannot manufacture an idol for you. Maybe you'll say, maybe you're not permitted to make the idol for yourself, but others are able to make it for you. You should not have it. Steve Kaplan's not on. Steve Kaplan is not the dentist. So sometimes his patients, they can't afford for the root canal. So one of his patients had given him an idol. Came back from Africa, or whatever it is, he had an idol. And so Steve comes to me, he says, what should I do with it? I said, you have to destroy it. Firstly, the halacha is that an idol, the Gemara says, once it belongs to a Jew, it can't be negated any longer. It has to be destroyed. You have to destroy it. You can't even benefit from the material that it's made of. The idol belongs to a non-Jew. If the non-Jew goes and destroys it, then you're permitted to benefit from its pieces. Let's say it's smelted down, you can benefit from it. Once the Jew owns it, it becomes not only you're not permitted to benefit from it as an idol, even its parts, its broken parts, has to be discarded. You can't benefit from any level. So it told me he has an idol now, and he took possession of it, gave him a gift. What should you do with it? So I said to him, you have to destroy it. It has to be destroyed. It was made of metal. So he says, how am I supposed to destroy it? I said, not a problem. I said, go into your stairwell and take it at the edge of the step and just smash it. He tries to smash it, can't break it. The thing is made of such, can't even dent it. It doesn't even dent. So he says to me, so what should I said, find yourself a sewer, take it, throw it down the sewer. Once you throw it down the sewer, it's gone forever. You don't have to be concerned about it. And that's what he did. So later, when he gets onto a class, you want to ask him about the story. The story goes back maybe 25 years ago. That's what he did with the idol. It went down the sewer. There was a story many years ago. A terrible, terrible story. This person came from a very rabbinic family, and he was a genius. He even studied in an out-of-town yeshiva, and somehow went off to university. He got involved in a cult. This story goes back 45 years ago. And he traveled to the Far East, and he had one of these marashis, whatever he had over there, and he lived in the Midwest, this person, and he became so enthralled with the idolatry that he wanted to give his life for this deity, whatever it was. Listen to the story. And he went and he got himself a rifle, a shotgun, and he attached a trigger to trigger that shotgun, that when he bows to the idol, the shotgun goes off and he's killed on the spot. He's killed as he bows to the idol. And that's how he ended his life, this person. Came from a special family, genius. At one time, you would classify him as he was a young man, maybe 20 years old, studied in the most prestigious yeshiva, and that's where he ended his life. So the police had to inform the family of what happened. They felt even the police then would be too devastating for the family. So they sought out a friend of the family, and the friend of the family, of course, would not tell them the truth, because the family would be devastated. They didn't even know to what degree their son went off. And they said he was killed and he was murdered, or whatever the story they made up, the police. And they went along with it. So this person goes and he finds this idol that he bowed to, because the police brought all the effects of the crimes where it happened. So the person had this idol. This person was so appalled and so disgusted and felt sick over the whole thing, because he knew the family well, because they called him because he was close to the family. He didn't know what to do with the idol. He knew he had to destroy it. Again, he found the closest sewer, threw it down the sewer, and that was the end of it. He disposed of any of that evidence, put it in a place, because the Gemara says in the Avodah Zarah that you should be zorkaliyam. You throw it into the ocean. You throw it into the ocean, it's gone forever. So as long as you put it in a location that a person will not come upon it, that's what you have to do with it. That's Elohim Yiseichel Osas Elechem. It starts off at one level. You realize he didn't start with this cult. You're drawn in and you're drawn in and drawn in. Chas v'shalom, it reaches a level of insanity that a person could be so enthralled and so dedicated to the idolatry that he'll even do something as crazy as this to take his life, to show his level of dedication to the deity.